Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am back with a new video. In this video, I am basically going to be showcasing some of my favorite food mods. I'm gonna be posting the mods that I just feel like I just cannot play my game without. So it's gonna be like 4 or 5 different mods that I'm gonna share with you guys. I am going to be sure to link the mods in the description below. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on those post notifications so you can be notified anytime I drop new content or if I go live. Now let's get into this video. Okay, so the first creator that we are going to talk about is Little Baobab, and I hope to God I'm saying this right. They are responsible for Granny's old recipe book. And basically, what Granny's old recipe book is just like a recipe book that like you can sit anywhere in the Sims kitchen and you can click on it and click the different categories to make the different recipes that they offer. Um, the cookbook can be found on their Patreon. Now, while pledging is awesome, but you don't have to be pledged in order to get the actual cookbook. But if you want like the early releases of new recipes, that's when pledging will come into play. Otherwise, you can just wait the allotted time for them to release those recipes to the public. And Granny's old recipe book, I'm sorry, is one of my favorites because it offers so many different recipes. Now, when you look here, the categories they have are meals, dessert, breakfast, barbecue, toddler food, and snacks. Now, while you can individually download all these different recipes, there's also an option for you to download everything in bulk. So, like breakfast, they have stuff like crepes, acai bowls, pancakes, waffles and everything like that. And one of my favorite breakfast recipes is probably the breakfast cereal. And probably like what breakfast cereal, but the reason I like their option for the breakfast cereal is because I like to play on household that has a lot of kids. Like for instance, my SimSelf household has 5 kids in it, so I like for them to always have breakfast before they go to school. And this breakfast cereal option is awesome because when you have the parent go to the cookbook, and I mean, like even one of the kids can pull it out if I'm not mistaken. They pull out this breakfast cereal here, and it's like the cutting board, or tray or whatnot with the cereal and the bowls and the milk, and it's actually 8 servings of cereal. So that saves me a lot of time with making sure all my sim kids get to eat before they go to school instead of having to like individually click each child, click on the refrigerator, go through the categories just to get to the breakfast cereal. So that makes it so much easier. So that's why that's one of my favorite breakfast recipes. And then like as far as the meals, you have stuff like Salisbury steak, beef tacos, chorizo tacos, even ratatouille. Like there's a couple of different pizzas. You can do chicken and waffles, mac and cheese and fried chicken. I mean, the list just goes on and on with the many, many creations that they made for Granny's old recipe book. So this is definitely one of those mods that I feel like I just cannot play my game without. And then the next creator is definitely gonna have to be Insomnia. When I tell you guys my obsession with Insomnia is real, like it's very real. It's crazy. Now, the reason I love Insomnia is because Insomnia is responsible for a lot of the custom food that goes with like the realistic restaurants in game. For instance, like my Wingstop, Subway, the Shake Shack, Jamba Juice, all those restaurants, if you have them in game, which I'm going to touch on a creator who does builds for these restaurants that does an amazing job. Um, those foods that go with these restaurants, Insomnia is responsible for. But not only that, Insomnia also does grocery hauls where they release recipes that your Sims can prepare at home. So not only do they do the restaurant side of it, they also do meals that your Sims can prepare at home. Um, like for December, they just released this one here with like the pigs in a blanket, roast, and the pecan cheesecake bars. And like basically the way their recipes work is in order for you to prepare any of these things, you have to have, as you can see here, the ingredients to make these foods. So like I'm gonna scroll down and show you, for instance, like the cheesecake bars. You need the eggs, the chopped pecans, the sugar, the salted butter, and the milk. And in order for you to prepare the cheesecake bars, you need the items in the recipe. So the way that you go about doing that is also by Insignia is the grocery shopping list mod. So it's like this little notepad that looks like a grocery list, obviously. And the way it works is you just click on it, and when you click on it, you'll choose the category you want. So, like frozen meals, for instance, as you see in the picture here, would pull up the drop down where you can cook like hot pockets, you can do breakfast bowls, and so on and so forth. Now, in order to get all of these different foods, like the hot pockets, and everything like that, and they even give your Sims like custom buffs when they eat some of the foods that they have created. So on top of that, you need the grocery shopping day custom register. Now, you should know that for the custom foods for Insignia, in order for them to work, you also have to download these two things. So you have to download the shopping list, and then you also have to have the custom register, which is basically this tablet that you see here on the counter. And you just click on it, and you will click go grocery shopping, and then they have all the different categories that you can choose from to buy the groceries that you need for the recipes. So Insignia has so many different food items you can buy, from Chobani yogurts to like you can buy Doritos, Cheetos, you can buy Capri Suns for the toddlers and the kids. You can even buy like a pack of water that the Sims can open and put in the refrigerator, a 12 pack of Pepsi, Sprite, Cokes, Coca Colas. You can even go as far as like buying Budweisers and everything like that. It's amazing. So the work that Insignia does, hands down, like I cannot live without in my game. So definitely check out Insignia. And like I said, I am going to link all these items in the description below so it'll be easier for you guys to find this stuff. And then the next creator I'm going to touch on is, now this person, I don't know how to say their name. I'm just gonna assume it's QMBB. If I'm wrong, somebody correct me. I'm not really sure. And they make a lot of realistic foods as well. So you have like baked ham with black eyed peas, macaroni and cheese, and asparagus. And this is another creator where when you're doing their recipes, you have to download, I mean, you have to purchase the ingredients to be able to cook said recipes. So in order for you to do that, you need they have the stirring pot, which is basically this book here. It's a custom cookbook, and it comes with optional add-ons, and it's another book you can just sit on the counter, and then you can select it, and you would pull up the ingredients that you need to I'm sorry, the stirring pot pulls up the recipes, but the grocery list is where you would buy the ingredients. So there's actually an option, if I'm not mistaken, on that book when you get it. There's an option for you to purchase the ingredients. Um, oh, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. You have to have the kitchen tablet to be able to purchase the ingredients, which looks like this. So it's a tablet just like with the Insignia mod. There's a separate tablet that you need for you to be able to purchase the groceries that you need to make the recipes, if that makes sense. Sorry, y'all. I know I'm all over the place. I'm new to this. Just bear with me. Um, And then another one that I want to touch on is, now this is not a food creator, but as I said a little earlier in the video, this is somebody who is responsible for making some of the best builds that I've seen when it comes to uh, commercial lots, so like restaurants and stuff like that. And this is Godly Games, and this is their Patreon that I'm on as well. Now for their stuff, it's the same as everybody else with Patreon. If you want early releases, you definitely, you have to pledge in order to get those early releases. Otherwise, you just stand by and wait for them to release them to the public, which they usually do within a certain amount of time. So Godly Games is responsible for the Krispy Kreme build, one of my favorites. They are also responsible for the Subway. Now this creator, what I actually love about them also, on top of them doing amazing builds, they also provide you with the CC for the builds. So that's also an added plus. So like, don't look at the build and be like, oh my God, am I gonna have to go find like all the CC that comes with this build? No, she actually includes the CC that comes with the builds. Um, so she does the Subway. Um, she does. She did a Wingstop, um, Olive Garden, and mind you, like I said, their bills go hand in hand with Insignia. Insignia, a lot of the foods that is required for these restaurants. Well, I wouldn't say required, but if you want these restaurants and you want the food that go with them, Insignia is where you would go to get the food for these restaurants. So they've even done Olive Garden. They've done a Planet Fitness. They do some residential builds as well. They've done a high school for the high school years pack. Um, the Jamba Juice, as I said before, Insignia makes all the things that you would need to go in the Jamba Juice. So, like, once you would download this build and place it in your game, and then you place it, I'm sorry, you place it in your mods folder, and then you place it down in your game. When you go into the game and you edit the custom menu, you would actually have Jamba Juice items if you downloaded them from Insignia. Like, amazing. And then they have a KFC. I don't know if I've come across any food specific to KFC. Um, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I had a KFC in my game, but I just don't remember if I have KFC specific food. I don't think I do though. Panda Express, one of my favorite builds, and as I said before, Insignia has all the food for the Panda Express as well. So yeah, Godly Games does some amazing building. So I definitely wanted to share that person in this video because Insignia does do a lot of food for realistic restaurants, and Godly is the go-to for those restaurants. If you're not somebody who's comfortable with building, like, that's where you want to go. You definitely want to go there. So I'll definitely link their Patreon down in the description as well. And then the next one I am going to touch on is Seriously Sims. Seriously Sims is responsible for the complete cooking overhaul. Now, this was one of the very first cooking mods I downloaded, and this was before I knew about Granny's Old Cookbook, Insignia, and all the other creators. Um, this is the first mod that I put in my game that was cooking related. So this mod comes with a bunch of custom recipes, um, grocery shopping, like it allows your Sims to go grocery shopping, and a lot of the Seriously Sims stuff that comes with this mod is like harvestables and stuff like that, which go hand in hand with um Ice Mun Mun. I guess that's how you say it. It goes hand in hand with a lot of their harvestables as well. So like, it's another amazing creator as far as like custom recipes everything like that. And then they also have it to where their mod allows you to add more serving sizes to some of the base game recipes. So that was pretty cool too that they implemented that within this mod. And this one, like I said, is by Seriously Sims. And they have recipes that they add. They have fried green tomatoes that they just added recently, potato latkes. I'm probably not saying that right. You know, chicken noodle soup. I'm not even gonna try to butcher that. Spiced apple fruit compote. Just the list goes on and on with these creators. They all do amazing jobs. Like, and if it wasn't for them, like my Sims, I don't even know what they would eat. I promise y'all. Because the base game food, I mean, don't get me wrong, ain't nothing wrong with the base game food, but the custom food is it gives what it's supposed to give for me anyway. And then Ice Mon Mon is another creator that does a lot. And when I mean a lot, this creator has so many creations, food wise, it's ridiculous. And then they are also responsible for a lot of the custom food interaction mods, in the custom drink interaction mod that you need actually in order for some of these mods to work. Like you have to have those in your game. So I'm gonna make sure I link those in the description as well. But the list goes on and on with this creator. Like there's so much stuff. It's crazy. Like country fried steak and different wedding cake themes, poutine, and then hot wings, lemon pepper wings, barbecue chicken wings. And this person, like, for their creations, you don't have to have the ingredients to be able to cook them. Your sim can still cook these things without the ingredients, but I just think having the ingredients makes it more fun. So they do like harvestable cayenne peppers. So like I'm all for Sims gardening and having like a garden with a lot of realistic things in it. So like cayenne pepper, they have harvestable cayenne pepper. Um, there's just so many different harvestables that this creator makes. You can do lavender, sesame pods, chai plants, oats plants, a harvestable cashew tree, turmeric, red chilies, fenugreek, watermelon, and I mean it's just so many different harvestables that Ice Mon Mon creates, which I hope I'm saying that right. So I would definitely link them in the description below um, as well as everything else I mentioned here. I would like to thank you guys for watching my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And like I said, I'm new to this. Just bear with me. I'm going to get it together. All this editing and recording and everything is so new to me. My semester, my spring semester in school just started. So I don't have a set schedule of when I'm going to do things. So you might see me post one or two things in one day and then I won't post nothing for like maybe a day or two. And while I understand consistency is key, since my semester just started, I kind of want to fill out like my workload with school and then plan my videos and everything around that. So just give me like a good week or so to get all that figured out and I will definitely be more consistent. I plan to drop like a couple more videos like this, like showcasing some of my favorite mods or CC that I like. And then I'm gonna jump into some speed builds. Now, while I do have plans to do like let's plays and everything like that, I want to get my save file done first. So that's where all the speed builds and renovations and everything is gonna come along. So you guys will just be able to go on that journey with me while I get my save file complete. And I'll probably do a video just like showcasing what I have done so far.